Working. Please be working. Please be working. Oh, it's working.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
let me
Yeah.
see if Ezra actually took that step out. Did he step out of-
Your mic's a bit muffled.
Did Ezra like swap out his fleet?
I've never seen him play before, but I mean, he has a couple of he has two destroyers. Seems to be beam and missile, a rail battleship, and three spotters. Well, Santa's running the cannon BB. This this funny machine. The beam squad and two spotters. I mean, it looks like they're each going for the edge of the map. Charlie and possibly Alpha.
What map is this? Is this
Uh,
Aurora?
yeah, I think so.
Yes, Aurora. Oh yeah, it's gonna be
It looks
hard. It's gonna be hard for rails. It's more like Beamland here.
beam land, beam battleship popping out of nowhere, vaporizing whatever gets in its way, then just disappearing. Like bye.
Yeah, that can be brutal here. Oh yeah, looks like Ezra is trying to field build that that's trying to mimic mine, but I got more ships and I think may I see Ezra ships? No, that's Sannanore ships. CRT.
Ezra ship.
Ezra is UNN.
He has the two beam destroyers. With MMS
Yeah, that's
3 120.
alright. That's very similar to what I built. I brought against him, and uh, kind of got he had no response to that.
Let me guess, you brought the standard fleet with the spotters, the rail platform. The funny.
In my fight, he brought two rail BBs, and
Hmm.
I brought like my 6K fleet with two beam destroyers and one rail BB, and he did not have a good time.
Yeah, I don't see how rails will be that useful in this map.
They aren't not very good in this map.
Yeah, because there's so many massive rocks to hide behind. Alrighty. You know, there's so many massive rocks. Yeah, some points. Just turn this into dollar store annihilation.
You know what they say? Avora is Beamland.
So a beam destroyer swarm might actually be very useful.
Well, actually, Avora has two sorts of metas to it. It's beams and light cruisers.
Beams and just missile spammers and 250s.
I'm not sure of missile spam, but light cruisers are actually pretty good in this map. Like, like if you fight dragon in this map, you're not gonna have a good time.
Oh no, can this spotter escape? Come on. Come on, you got can't escape.
Oh,
That is not how you do it, Ezra.
Do you just hard dump all these missiles and fire it off? Oh wow, okay. Yeah, at least Ezra's going for those caps. Oh, well, one spotter's gone. This is the most effective missile barrage I have seen. Don't worry, these two missiles. Oh, never mind, they don't tap this. How many Thunderheads do you
you
think you have
fire
left?
like 30 Thunderheads at a scan.
See, here's a mistake. When you fire like so many thunderheads at the same time instead of firing four at a time, basically you waste all your thunderheads in like what 1, 2, 3 chaff. Meanwhile, I fire four at a time, force them to fire their chaff box, while I try to get locks and shoot rails at them and shoot 120s at them with HP. Oh well, something's eventually gonna kill that chaff box.
I think the
If it's
Thunderheads
not
are
the
not.
right.
Sorry. I think these Thunderheads are not able to correct themselves in time, and they're just continuously running.
Now here's a mistake newer players make when using Thunderheads. They just fire directly at the target. They don't fire in front of the target or try to lead the target.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people just because I'm lazy.
Yeah, but it's bad. It's a big reason why people say Thunderheads up. They don't know how to use it.
Yeah. Alright, are we gonna have them hit the rock again? Nope. Oh, they're going.
Like of course, if you use the Thunderheads like an idiot, it's not gonna do anything.
Oh, there we go. So it's better just use the Thunderheads curving and radar seeker.
You don't even have to curve. You just need to make sure your radar seeker is activated well before you close the target. And make sure you disperse your Thunderheads so that if a chaff is in a weird location, you can still hit the target.
It's 2K that the radar seeker has, right?
Yeah?
2
That's
kilometers.
enough.
2 kilometers is still a significant distance.
Yep, pretty much. But the radar seeker, if fired automatically, activates in like what, a few hundred meters. Oh yeah, it's not very good.
I thought it turned on automatically about a kilometer away from the target.
It's not very good.
Oh, I think they made the B squad mad. However you pronounce, this name. I don't know how to.
Yasijuro.
Yeah, whatever you just said. Well, the beam is gone.
And the other ship is a Tingfang. Oh no,
Oh.
Tengfei. Oh, it's Fei. That's a red Fang. Tengfei.
Stream doesn't seem to be working for me.
Oh, however you pronounce this again, I forgot. Because that's just me.
Ripperonis.
Yep.
That's so bad. Oh god.
This beam ambush did not work out that well. Yeah, no, the beam ambush did not work. He just got ambushed instead. Counter ambush, whatever. He got beamed more. Yes. Alright, a lot of gales.
What does beam lose to? More beams.
You have been counter beamed. Alright, a lot of gales. Like, a lot. Oh, yeah, the gales hard counter.
My beam destroyers only eat
shaft.
enemy beam destroyers.
Oh, the thrusters are going off. It is not looking good for this ship's name. And here comes.
Yeah, Tengfei is where I fought. And where's the other ship?
Where's the other ship?
Oh yeah,
Dead.
the Yasijuro. Yes, the Yasijuro is dead.
The beam battleship is coming in now. I wonder if he has fire control locks for some reason.
No, that's a rail battleship.
Or the rail battleship. Yeah, no, I'm just.
That's not gonna do anything. If you have 3 beam destroyers, 1 beam battleship can actually crush the living shits out of it.
That's because the beam battleship just lives a lot longer.
Yep, pretty much.
It may have a kilometer less range, but the beam destroyers can't soak up the damage like a battleship can.
Pretty much.
As we saw with Weeble yesterday, that battleship ate it. Yeah, Zinfei or however you pronounce it, beams down.
Tengfei.
Yes, its beam is not working anymore. Yep.
It's fuck.
Santa's working on close and distance.
What's the name? What's the name of the rail BB?
How do you pronounce this?
I can't see anything.
UNN.
Your screen is like running at like 1 FPS for us. I don't know if that's only me or if people are having the same
Let me
issue.
fix that. I'm looking on my side of Discord and it's working. Should be working fine streaming at 60.
I really don't see anything, so I have no idea how to pronounce it because I can't see.
I see pixels.
Yeah, I see pixels.
It might be because I'm streaming and doing this at the same time. Bandwidth be gone. But yeah, the beam destroyers have closed in and are actively beaming the battleship. Or were actively beaming the battleship.
Ah, alright. Raskolnikov. Or Raskolnikov. Or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's not looking good. A lot of speed holes.
Pelted.
Well, these thunderheads don't seem to be. Well, I mean, they're hitting. So one of Santa's beam destroyers are. But I see, I'm pretty sure it's just disabled right now.
The enemy secured Zone Atlas.
This real battleship's doing better than I thought it would do on this map. It also has like 2 spotters, and I'm pretty sure both of these things have E-War. Yeah, 2 spotters with hang-up blankets, helping it out. CRT treats beam is down.
Beanie boy.
Yes, the Beanie Boy. Oh, the Beanie Boys are going. Oh, here we go. Beams. Can those 120s even... Oh, these 120s... Can these 250s even penetrate a battleship's armor?
Eventually, yes. If it's flat side on, maybe.
Yeah, flat on can.
And I mean, seeing how this thing
And
has
if the armor gets burnt away a bit, then yeah, also.
flat on it can penetrate.
Yeah, flat broadside it can penetrate. Won't do much damage, but it'll penetrate.
The question is, do something? Yeah, it'll do something. It'll penetrate. Question is, if it'll be effective? No.
It's just a general nuisance.
It's
It might make
like
some modules turn yellow eventually.
it's the equivalent of like shooting. Oh, let's see. Like putting a needle. Like trying to kill a let's say an elephant with a needle.
Alright, so it's not good.
Yeah. Not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I don't think Santa's beam rush is doing that well here.
Yeah, you don't beam rush a rail baby. Bad idea.
He's probably perma flank right now.
You know what he did wrong, Ezra? He should have just used his scouts and started sniping shit, forced the beams to beam rush. And when they did a beam rush, ambushed the rushing beams with their own beam ships. That shit is fucking damaging.
Counter beam the beam.
Exactly.
I mean, I think there's still 2 operational beam destroyers, or at least with beams. Make that 1. Yeah, right here. The lone survivor. He's a lone beam.
We still win because of caps. Interesting.
Oh, Ez might win because of gaps. What am I dog barking at this time?
Yeah, and Sannanore is like fumbling his beam rush. He's not killing the scouts first. Like, what the fuck is doing Sannanore?
What do I
Didn't
feel that
didn't
he's a fucking
didn't I already teach this lesson to you in Luna?
Oh, was that Luna that you fought him on?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the first match. You fought somebody on Event Horizon recently, didn't you?
Yeah,
Who was
that's
that?
Ezra.
Oh, I watched that match and he basically did get to shoot back at you once.
That was a turkey shoot. That was fun.
He's not at his spotters, like all two of them, and then his the after ships were just blind.
Do you
Yeah.
think his beam destroyers have any resource? Alright, we got one beam operational over here.
Let's see what he can do. I mean, that BB is still gonna be a huge threat.
And we have this guy right here is tickling the battleship.
I mean, if you don't have particle accelerators on your destroyer, it's not going to do much to a battleship anyway.
My beam destroyers didn't actually have particle accelerators, but they did fine. But then again, I have an interesting
But
strategy.
to
Trip.
kill
Enemy is
if
securing
you were
zone
using to strip
boxer.
the PD.
Exactly. Destroy the
Yeah.
PD and shove missiles up its ass.
There's a difference. He's trying to use the beams to kill the battleship,
Yeah, I have a very cruel strategy.
which isn't
I
going to
like.
happen if he doesn't have particle accelerators.
Yeah, Ez is so far ahead on caps. But I mean, Santa's heavy cruiser is still around.
His beam play is in much need of improvement.
Just making
Yeah, you shouldn't. Still relatively new to this game, but I know rushing a beam battleship or any battleship out in the open is a bad idea.
Yep.
The enemy is securing zone
spotter.
Comet. The enemy secured
Unless
zone
you have
boxer.
spotter superiority, then you can rush a BB in the open.
Perma fire control lock.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they got an Ezra battleship going to retreat, but yeah, this isn't looking good. Surprisingly, none of those beam ships died.
Rails don't kill. They only disable. You wanna kill? Use other weapon types.
Wait, is that a challenge?
Their
Are you
damage is too
challenging the
focused.
rail array?
That's an exception,
The
not the
enemy
rule.
secured zone Comet.
Railguns are great at poking holes in ships, but not good at like smashing them apart.
Insta
Yeah,
kill
it's,
DC.
The only way rails kill something is by poking so many holes into it, it's dead.
yeah, pretty much.
Or shooting 27 of them in the span of 10 seconds.
Or that. Now you have DC teams. How is your DC team gonna survive getting 27 rails? Like, holy sh.
It's a meme, but it works.
If it's a meme but it works, then it ain't a meme. It is not a meme. It is the meme.
So it says possible missiles left against Santa's. Oh, this is chaff. Let's hope he doesn't blow all the missiles at once. Oh, we got Annex has a beam. tangents like a beam. Got 2 beams, I think his... Why are light cruisers used for E-War so much?
I have no idea. It's a terrible E-War platform, in my opinion.
20 minutes remain.
The point costs so much, at least for the ship alone.
You're better off with an E-War Corvette or a frigate, depending on your role.
You could probably get a gun cruiser and an E-War frigate in for about the same price.
I think Santa might be setting up an actual ambush this time. And not rushing a beam. Or rail, yeah, rail battleship. Keep thinking beams for some reason.
Basically, gun cruiser you can probably get for like 800, 900 points.
It only looks like a small portion of his beam array actually penetrated the hull. Well, it's a new paint job.
If to pen a broadsiding battleship, it takes beams 3 ticks, I think, shooting in the same spot. If they don't have
Yep.
any particle accelerators.
Yeah, around 3.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't penetrate that much.
With 2 particle accelerators, I think they can do it in 1, maybe 2, slightly angled.
The E-War cruiser.
We might have
Ooh.
armor damage there, but only the dark spots would be where it actually penned.
The Ez only has spotters left. Spotters and a rail. Pretty sure if he does this correct, it's just he's probably gonna win. But Santa's catching up on those caps.
And with 3 points to 2, he'll gain 4 points every 10 seconds. Actually, well, he'll gain 6 points, but he'll close in by 4 points every 10 seconds. Which I don't think would be enough, given the current scores.
So Santa's down 1 Corvette and Ez is down both of his beams and his rail is kinda beat up. Is this frigate taking any damage yet? No. Do you think you could stage a successful ambush with this cannon cruiser?
I don't think the cannon cruiser can even like stand 5 minutes against that rail BB.
No, a cannon heavy cruiser doesn't last very long, I guess, probably.
Like I don't think it'll last 5 minutes, honestly. If it engages at least.
Not even if he gets to jump on it?
I was able to only get intermittent locks on Dragon's heavy cruiser. But even with intermittent locks and just parallax non-lock track and occasional spyglass track, I was still able to hit it enough to knock it out.
The cult of the parallax.
Oh yeah, parallax belt.
You've indoctrinated me.
Yes.
Yeah, Annex's beam still seems to be operational, but it's getting beaten up. Again. Oh, the cannon cruiser, I mean, this is a good angle to attack in. I am pretty sure his rails do not have a firing angle. Oh, it's just his bottom rails as well. Oh no, he's rotating. So what do you think about the new cannon? The cannon buff.
Um, uh, Canon buff. There's a recent one.
Yeah, there was a recent one. The
They
450.
buffed the range on the 450s and the 120s.
Oh, you mean that one? Oh yeah, it was good, but the 450 still needs more help.
Most thing it needs mostly is shell velocity, and shell velocity is kind of bad.
If the 450 had 3k ms shell velocity, I'd automatically use it over rails 100% of the time.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I find it odd that I think cannons kind of need a better auto elevator module. Because you have, for rails and beams, you have the 2x2x2 and the 3x3x3 energy regulators.
Uh-huh.
I mean, cannons can
Well,
run.
Whereas
ammo elevators are
ammo
like,
elevators only get a 2x2x2 variant.
yeah, pretty much.
I think a 3x3x3 that has a
The enemy is
higher
securing
bonus would
Zone
be
Comet.
helpful for
You still,
450s.
you still got mount gyros that help with the rotation and reduce spread. Cannons.
Well, yeah, but it's like a railgun battleship can get its reload down to like 9 seconds quite easily. A cannon battleship's still only going to have like a 12-second reload or something. Even that's pushing it because it's using like 7 or 8 ammo elevators to achieve that.
Is he diverting a whole battleship to go get one spotter?
That isn't a bad idea. In my game, I kept on diverting ships, kill spotters. Thing
The
is,
enemy securing Zone
spotters are
Comet.
actually the most dangerous ship type in when you're fighting rails v rails. It's just so important
Sounds.
to control enemy spotting.
I like the fact he's still trying to do damage to the 250s.
He can believe.
You can try.
What, did he make a hole? He made a
Or
hole!
how are all
Yay!
strats?
He only needs 3,280 more to, like, do 1% of the structural integrity at this point.
Oh god. But here's the thing. He has a lot of ships that can still cap. Sannanore at least. So he needs
He
to
needs to take
like,
all the capture points.
He could take
yeah.
he could take D. Like,
But even then, it's going to be hard to take all of them because the battleship can just sit on one of them. That was the issue. Is it Dragon versus the other beam? The guy who's the beam battleship on this map.
will he get a point defense gun? Will he get a point defense gun? Nope, not even. Is he just running? Is he just running naked beam destroyers? Like, no energy regs?
I don't tend to use energy regulators on the beam destroyer just because they can battle short for days.
The enemy is securing Zone Dagger.
Press battle short and win. The funny button. Don't worry, these 250s will do something eventually.
Okay, it was Dragon versus Offnor. Now Offnor just had a beam battleship that could just keep 2 points under its watchful eye.
What do you think? Do you think Santa's gonna have a chance of winning?
10 minutes remain.
Will he be able to get the points in time?
The enemy
Essentially?
secured zone dagger.
No. His only hope of winning right now is killing the enemy. There's too much of a point gap to close it in this short time span, even if he does get all the capture points.
I think that battleship's the only thing applying like real pressure to keep a point. If he goes to another, Santa's just gonna run around, capture whatever point just left.
Alright, I'm back. Here's the difference between Obnot's game and this game. The thing is, though a beam battleship can cover 2 points, I've also done the same thing in my game against Dragon. Rail BB does not have the DPS to do that. Not in, at least killing cappers is something that Rail BB does very badly.
No, but the real BB can just sit on one of them, and while it's sat on it, it can't be capped.
Yeah, but it takes time to kill a capper compared to like a beam BB, who can just kill a capper in like what?
2 seconds.
A heartbeat?
Probably.
Yeah. Like it doesn't even come close.
Just structure break like instantly. Every component gone in 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's why I like beam BB is real fun.
Beam ambushes are so satisfying.
Beam is very satisfying indeed.
As it stands, even if he does get all the capture points, though, he still can't win all points.
Like it's really so amazing how people are like, oh, rail meta slave or something, and then in the tournament you see beams are actually being the MVPs, not rails.
Because beams can just zone out an area.
Exactly, but then apparently rails are so OP.
Rails punish people for popping their head up, but beams just zone you out of a capture zone or two.
Exactly. Here's what I meant. The thing is, neither beams nor rails are OP. They are part of combined arms. Rails are supplementary to beams. Rails can zone you out of open cover. Beams can zone you out of close quarters and of capping. The two work together. Beams can be used to flush out things that hide from rails. Rails can be used to destroy things that try to kite beams. They just, you know, combination.
Yeah, like
And then
yesterday
yeah,
the match where you and I were, you forced that heavy cruiser into
yeah,
cover,
pretty much.
and it was a perfect beam ambush for me.
Yeah, pretty much. That sort of stuff is why I would say beams are fine,
Rails
rails are
force
fine.
cover, whereas beams can force people out of cover into rails.
Yeah, the combination is what makes it so strong. And then you have people like infamous Yen who have like no idea how the game works.
Rail.
And he says, "Oh, rails OP, rail slave." Like, dude, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure most of the time he's just caught like flat out of position.
Having played against him, yes, he's very bad. He's legitimately bad.
Oh, okay. Yep. How do you pronounce that
Like,
name? Can you
or
do that for me? Can you pronounce that name for me?
Wu Tao.
Yeah, that thing's dead now. Then I might get all 3 points.
Oh, it's the Jimenez. That's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
I still remember that scene.
Literally got instant death. Do not make the battleship angry.
I think Sannor's actually gonna win this.
Oh
Due
yeah,
to caps.
caps
5 minutes is enough. Yeah, 5 minutes is enough, actually. Yeah, I hope Ezra learns a lesson in how to use his beams. What the fuck, dude?
5 minutes remain.
There's 200. If he has all patch points, you can close 240 points. Yeah, you might win it. 180 points between them currently.
I wonder if he knows at the 250s.
250's can't kill an outfit. Like,
Bloody BB
you
didn't react on roll commands for 5 minutes.
you could fire at that battleship broadside on for the next 5 minutes with the 250s and it still wouldn't kill it. It still wouldn't even, like, kill a single module. Like,
You know, I'm starting to feel bad for the way I bullied Sannanore uh and Ezra in those games. Holy shit.
It's just
My
bullying at this point.
my match with Ezra like lasted, I don't know. I don't think it lasted 10 minutes. Did it?
so is the game between you two going to end up being a mirror match?
What?
Foxdiff has heavily
You were the one
like
who
plagiarized your fleet.
yeah,
Plagiarized, I know.
he was the one who helped me make it, and I've been messing around with it. It's fun. Beam.
It is. It's heavily plagiarized. Although I said I'm so confused why we're trying to beam a dead destroyer.
Trust
What the
me,
fuck, dude?
it's a new meta. It's a new meta in Nebulous.
Alright, let's beam the dead ship. Apparently, because war crimes aren't the thing.
No. I wanted to make sure every component was dead. Come on.
Alright, in that case,
And that
get
war
get
crimes
a
is beaming the life pods as they try to escape.
beaming the life pods. Now that's a mistake. Get a riposte box, and then start firing riposte on life pods.
Does it actually do damage to them?
Yes, yes, it actually works. It kills life pods.
Not know that.
I think I know what I must do.
War crimes, dude. That actually gets you banned.
It's not a war crime if nobody's there to tell anybody about
And before Mazer is secretly in the enemy team, you just don't know it's him.
it.
The
Mazer,
enemy is
just
securing
undercover
zone
boss.
common.
Undercover boss, you have violated the Geneva suggestion.
Space Geneva Conventions.
Yes, where we suggested where we made this suggestion where you shouldn't be killing prisoners of war. Prisoner my fleet named after Putin. Prisoners of war? Oh, you mean free labor?
Mine is just named stupid things.
Oh yeah, I still remember that if you see this, you're dead.
I mean, it wasn't wrong.
Practically.
Is that your rail BB or your beam BB?
It is my beam.
Being BB.
The enemy secured zone common.
I don't know what I named my rail BB. I think it was just funny. Funny boat. BOTE, just grossly misspelled.
BB is pretty good. And now he's saying fucking BB. Oh, it's just the way he's using it. That's the issue.
Is he even fire control locking?
No.
I mean, if it wasn't the battleship right now, it'd be dead. So there's a difference.
Yeah, pretty much.
It would have died like 5 minutes ago at least.
Like his loss right now isn't the fault of the BB. It's mostly just bad play. Had Ezra actually like not sacrificed this shit early on,
Mission
would've
time
been-
exceeded. All units withdraw.
Well, that was.
yeah, it's a victory for Sannanore because he had more points.
Hey, I mean, some of the modules were taken out.
Yeah, that was not from the small ship. That was from the 450. So those took out the modules. But honestly, I do not
The
get that
250s
initial
didn't do shit
engagement.
for the battleship.
Yeah, I don't get what the fuck Ezra was doing with his two beam destroyers. That was such a waste.
I mean, they got solid
The
downforce.
Yasujiro and the Tengfei were basically lost for nothing. That was frustrating to watch. Like, dude, if you just hit those two and like let your rail BB and scouts handle the things, at least disable them, and then use the beams to mop up, that would have been much better.
Or use them to ambush anyone trying to push into your battleship.
All I'll say is, if you try to rush a beam battleship, you're gonna get fucked. But if you if you also suicide your own ships into the enemy fleet, you're gonna get fucked as well. That's why I have a setup that basically like, yeah, Ezra, you should have not thrown your beam destroyers like that. That was kind of a waste.
Sorry?
Your engagement with the Yasujiro and the Tengfei against the enemy beam destroyers, that was a huge mistake.